From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point on VTV Channel 6. This program is made possible by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Today, we're talking about the Outlaw Trail Theater's production of Annie. Joining me in the studio is producer Ron Litton and actor Carly Caldwell. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the show this year. We know that Outlaw Trail Theater has been plugging along for a long time. What year is this?
22.
22 years.
22 years.
Wow, time flies. I met my wife in the very first production, so it's been 22.
Don't count.
Whoa, that's good advice, good advice. Well, this year it is Annie and Carly. I think that's why we have you here today. Is that right?
Yes.
What part do you have?
I am Annie.
You are Annie. How do you like that?
I really enjoy it.
Now, how close are you to Annie's age?
I am a couple weeks off.
Are you? So are you 11? Almost 11?
Almost 11.
Just about 11. That's perfect. See, I knew a little bit about. Well, that's very good. Now, do you have a favorite part in the show?
Not really.
Just the whole thing?
I really enjoy it. I like the orphanage a lot.
You like the orphanage a lot? Well, there you go. How many people would say that? Well, I had the opportunity to see the show, and it's really entertaining. It's a fun evening, and I can tell you're having a good time up there. Is there anything you want to tell our viewing audience about the show? To come and see it, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's really, really a nice production.
Well, how long does the show run, Ron?
We run until July 5th. I think we have 8 more performances now. So.
All right, from the date of this taping, but
Yes.
until July 5th it runs.
Right.
And is it every night, or do you take a couple nights off?
It's Tuesday through Saturday nights, so there's no show on Sunday, Monday, or on the 4th of July holiday. We're going to take that off.
Ah, very good, very good. That way all of you get a chance to go watch the fireworks, too.
Yeah.
And what time does the show start? It's an outdoor production, right?
Yes.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock?
Yes.
Is there pre-show
It's
entertainment?
about 5 minutes of pre-show, just more welcoming people and find out where they're from. And
Kind of warm up the
warm
audience a
them
little
up
bit?
and then go.
All right. Well, I noticed that there's new seating there. Not brand new. It's been there for a year now.
Yeah,
Is that right?
They got it in last year before the show.
And as I recall, that was something that a lot of people were looking forward to. Now, having sat in the new seating, it's great.
It's a major change. Isn't
Yes, it really is. I don't think there's a bad seat in the theater, and they're quite comfortable.
Yeah, it's
And,
a lot different from the old concrete days.
It is a lot different from the old concrete days. Well, it really is. All right, so the show starts at 8 o'clock. People ought to be there 7:30.
Yeah, 7:30ish. The box office opens at 7, but with the reserve seating, of course, you can show up at 2 minutes to 8 and get your seat.
All right, so reserve seating is that down front.
Right, and the upper section is general admission. You can sit anywhere you want.
Come on in and find a place.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Well, how much are the tickets?
For adults in the reserve seating, the adults are $9, senior citizens are $8, and youth ages 3 to 17 are $6.
Ah,
And general admission is just $7 anywhere.
all
anywhere,
right.
so.
Now, if people wanted to purchase their tickets in advance instead of going to the box office there at night, can they do that?
Yeah, they can go to Bitter Creek Books at 660 West Main, or they can go online to myartscouncil.org and buy tickets through eTix, print them out at home, and just walk up to the gate and you're in.
You can actually go to that website, purchase them with some kind of a credit card, I assume,
right.
and print the tickets?
Print the tickets at home, walk in, show them your ticket, and go to your seat.
Man, we've gone high tech in
Yeah,
22
we're
years. Well, very good. We've got ticket prices, we've got dates, we've got a time. We just need people, right?
Yeah,
and
we
you've
need
got
people.
you've got lots of people already,
Yes.
and as these kind of things go, the word usually gets out. So it probably wouldn't be a good idea to wait till closing night.
No, I wouldn't wait till closing night, and they need to come see Carly. Carly has some news. I don't know if you want to talk about that or not.
Well, Carla, we can. I noticed that we're joined not just by the crew, but also the cast. Right?
Oh, yes.
Carly
This
had a
is,
slight mishap last
A
night.
slight mishap, but on with the show, right?
Right.
Well, you're a trooper. Good for you.
Thank
so
you.
you'll see her modifying the show just a little bit. She's going to hang in there, isn't she?
Yes.
Good
I
job,
will.
Carly. All right. Well, we'll be back in just a few moments with more information about Outlaw Trail Theater's production of Annie. But first, a note from our sponsor, Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Care and compassion when you need it most, with the giving staff, committed and close.
Gordon Kitchen had both hips replaced at Ashley Regional Medical Center by Dr. Burke Young. He had one replaced in January 2007 and the second replacement in October of 2007. Would I recommend Dr. Young to other patients? Said Gordon. I already have. Our local hospital and physicians have excellent skills and training. We can get great care right here at home.
Welcome back to Local Point. Here in the studio, we have producer Ron Litton, as well as actor David Gale from the Outlaw Trail Theater's current production of Annie, running at the Western Park. Welcome back. Welcome here.
Thank you.
Good to have you here, David. Now, David, I've seen the production. You play multiple characters.
I think officially I have the names of about 5 different characters, though some of them are condensed into a single character.
Now, do you want to say what they are? Or do you want the people just to try to pick you out?
Oh, either way. I play a bum and I play a drunk bum, who are 2 different people, by the way.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
There's a slight subtle
variation
nuances
in my
of the
acting,
drunk
yes.
bum. Yes.
I play Bert Healy, who's the radio announcer, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the president.
The president,
at the
yes.
time,
Which
yeah.
you do an exceptional job of that, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, David, can you give us just a little synopsis? I know the show. I've seen it. I've been involved in that production a couple of times myself. But for our viewing audience, in case there's anybody who doesn't know, what is the story?
Well, Annie, of course, takes place in the early 1930s. It's about a little girl who is Annie, 11 years old, and kind of her adventures or misadventures, and how you take it's the rags to riches story. You're very basic. It's been used a lot, but never quite as well as this one. At least I don't think. So Annie, she escapes from her orphanage. From kind of the antagonist of the whole story is Miss Hannigan. She gets away from her, meets up with Daddy Warbucks, who is the protagonist. I guess she is as well. And it's all about her kind of coming to terms not only with being an orphan in New York City at this time of depression, but kind of about the tenderness of a man's heart, Mr. Warbucks, and how out of everything that he's ever had in the world, the one thing that actually breaks him down finally is this beautiful little girl. And we have such an awesome cast. Annie, Carly, she is incredible.
We got to see her here in the first segment. Give me a couple of the other people that are in there. I know you can't list the whole cast, but Daddy Warbucks.
Yep.
Andrew Bentley.
Andrew Bentley is Daddy Warbucks.
And
Daddy
you mentioned
Warbucks.
Miss Hannigan.
Miss Hannigan is played by Mindy Bassett. And
She's got 2 little cohorts, her brother and her brother's hotel.
Jay Haslam is playing Rooster.
You'll see when you...
And Sally Wagner is playing his girlfriend, Lily. And we have Danny Harrison playing Grace, who is Warbucks' main assistant.
Oh, very good, as well as a whole host of other people. Well, it really is a delightful story, and I don't think anybody will ever get tired of it.
No.
In fact, a lot of people are probably familiar with the story of Annie from the radio. I know my mother used to listen to the radio shows, and I know that was a very popular one, and radio plays a big part in the musical as well, as you mentioned.
There's one scene where, in order to let the people of New York know about Annie the orphan and that the fact that they're trying to find her real parents, they come to the radio station, and it's a little goofy because Oliver Warbucks, who's a little bit of a stiff, doesn't quite understand the circumstance of how radio works, and me as Bert Healy, I'm trying to teach him very quickly.
That plays out in some comedy. Well, it has been great having you both here. We hope lots of people fill all of those seats. And we thank you for watching us here on Local Point. We hope that you'll join us again next time. You can also watch this program on demand by visiting our website, www.vernal.tv. I'm Chris Piner. Join us again next time.